if at all possible. Keep this farting around going. Whoa! Sound is out of control. Yeah. Can't hold back a good fart. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta kind of see if I can get my shit together. That's what I want to drink. Heat that up just a little bit more. Give my fans a chance to show up. Oh, did I even set up the live chat today? Oh, I gotta pop out over here. Let me. Uh oh. I don't know if I can copy that or not. I don't know if I copied it in there yet or not. Copy. There we go. Let me go down to the green room. No, I haven't copied it in there yet. Let me see. Let me see if I did it. I managed to get it. Did that do it? Yes, it looked like that pasted the chat in there in case anybody decides to show up. Whereas I can always just move it over here to this one that doesn't show the chat or me, just some of my designs and what's going on. If that's all I wanted to show. Oh, and get some music. What music am I gonna do today? Oh, I thought I'd do this. I think I think I created this playlist, and there's more to it too than this. But I think I created this playlist the last time I got weed, and was stoned for an extended period of time, kind of out of control. Yeah. Oh, look at there, NH Girl and Mark Fun Jones. Oh yeah, yeah. I still don't know if Nez got her little thing in the mail. Let me see if you guys can see what I'm gonna go up here. Uh, oh yeah, I decided that I can do this. So once I find out if I can get stuff in the mail, well, I've kind of been collecting these. I've been collecting this stuff. And Nez actually kind of, I mean, I have to give credit Nez with giving me the inspiration to hang on to these because I was just doing these in a big mess and like throwing them away. But since she said that she wanted some of them, I've started actually kind of painting designs that I could do on t-shirts on them. It's like perfect, you know. Uh, I can knock these out. I used to love painting these, and I actually had a stencil that I made a lot of cool designs with this. And then, of course, that I have my little Superman stencil. But the Betty Boop I can do freehand, and once I know that I can just fold this up and mail it to you, I'll either send you this one, which is like 3 panels, or this one, which is 2 panels. I have to find out if people are actually getting them because and then there's one for Turtle the Fam. He wants me to do a shirt, and now I actually have shirts now. I got a whole bunch of shirts in, and I think I'm ready to start giving this sort of stuff a try. Uh, Not sure yet. I kind of have a new idea percolating in my head. Um, where did I have this one hanging? This one must have been hanging. There we go. Hanging right here. Oh, and I've started doing these other things too. Um, I decided to try like this is my first attempt at a sort of landscape, a desert landscape. And the text I was putting on here says "Land of Enchantment," because New Mexico, that's what our like state motto is, and that's perfect. That's 2 little panels. I don't know if people, but there's the blunt jams. I don't know if I like doing it with the big stencil though. I've got an idea for a blunt jams t-shirt, and this is kind of like the basis of it. This and this sketch, and basically it is a well, the Grateful Dead skull that Brad has in the van. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm pointing at up here. Who else here? Mark Von Jones and H. Girl, Nez Lover, the funeral host, Sean Cody. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mailed some stuff out today. Oh, and I got myself a post office box too, because just in case I start getting like a whole bunch of orders, because I've kind of gone overboard. But I haven't decided exactly where I'm going with this next, because doing the I Survived 2020 on the back was great practice. Oh, look at that. I'm at the end of a roll. I should turn this into, there we go. I'll just flip this around and I can use it for, well, just making sure that my airbrushes are working. These are all like splotchy, but trying to practice pot leaves and stuff. I don't know if I've got it down. I've got, I was getting there with this one. This was kind of, I'm close. I'm close with that idea, but this one I got even closer. But that I like. I like that right there, the way that came out, if I'm going to be using stencils. But I need to learn how to do some lettering. Actually I just want to do that skull and maybe try and do some lettering in there. I ought to get a new roll of paper towels. Is the music okay? I know how I did this. This was like during a time when I had gone for months and months and months without getting high, and then I got really high for a few days and just kind of tripped out. I think I made like 6 recordings similar to this. I ended up making a whole nother channel based on this, basically. Decided not to put my, how should I put this? Should I put this way or that way? Probably this way, so that it lays a little bit flatter. And what was I going to use? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we got a little bit of stuff that I can just splat my paint on to make sure that. And I decided that I'm always like putting my finger over the end of it to, oh, and check this out. I made myself a little airbrush holder out of that cardboard tube. Can you see that down there? See this cardboard tube? I just drilled holes in it. This is how Dale's, basically he does this with PVC pipe, but he has it like, he has a nice little brackets. This is all just rigged. See how I've got clamps holding this little thing on there? And some of them I like hit something. There's something, well that one will go back. I mean, what I really need is like a file to file out these holes so that they fit in there smoother. And the other thing too, if I use these stencils and I spray in here, I need to cover everything up, because that adhesive spray just goes everywhere and gets all over everything. It's a mess, but you can do some kind of cool stuff with it. And this particular brand that I'm using has a tendency to keep it stick on there. So you're like, I didn't spray any on this, but you know, it's not super sticky, but just sticky enough to where if I want to use that to make a stencil, I can. Most of the little patterns that I like to use, I don't even put any sticky on them. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, I got an idea for sure. Let me see it. Here's my stencils. I've actually got a board so that I could use this board to spray my adhesive on stuff. But man, it just, I don't know if I like using that stuff or not. And part of it is just to have like a guide. And I did see that I've got this circle. I use this circle in everything, just about. And I got to thinking that when I'm doing this airbrush, if you have like a sharp line, it seems like it kind of adds to it. And this right here, if I just use this circle, and basically it's more like just a little bit of an ellipse there, as just a cheat. I mean, it's kind of an airbrush cheat. I mean, if I want to, people don't want to pay much more than a screen print for airbrush, unfortunately. But I could just use that as just kind of a cheat to make a line. Oh, and I know what else I'm doing with this too. Because I thought about making another stencil. I could actually make another stencil that would just be a guide for this skeleton head right here. And just make an area here, because any sort of design or person's name or something right there would look cool. And then you have all the rest of the skull down here. Is that music still going? Oh good, I got my black working. And that was the idea with this, is that I can just come across here and just make a real quick, that's the only little element line I need, and it's going to be all sharp there. Because I watch all these guys doing their airbrushes super fast, and I can just work from that. And then I could just make the bottom half of it here. But I want to eventually get to where I'm like doing all this stuff freehand. There we go. Just stick down here a little bit. There we go, yeah. Right on. And I can just kind of put a few of the little quick airbrush shadows that you can put on this sort of stuff. Do I go ahead and write blunt gems in there? Let's see if I can do this. I did it. I did it. Cool. Now let's see. Now what do I do to it? What should I do next? Some peace signs or some... Where are my pot leaves? Uh-oh. There's a peace sign there. Here's a big pot leaf. There's a certain ones that just look good no matter what. Oh well. Maybe I'll just do this one. Not enough stick on that one. Where are they? I've been using those. Oh, here they are. Here's all my favorite stencils. I decided I really didn't need to stick them on them too much because I'm moving them around so much. So let's see, what colors always seem to work the best. Let me just do red and blue to start with. Oh, I should put this on an actual shirt. How did I think? Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to be more consistent with this. So I kind of know how it's going to come out in advance. And because stencils are easy to work with. I like drawing, but I'm trying to come up with some sort of idea that I can be consistent with. And now blue, I think I finally got my blue to be working right. Should I do the same thing with the blue? Probably so. Let me use the same stencil. But it's already getting all soaked. Oh, but it's looking kind of cool. When I'm in the blue, I always like doing my skull with a little bit of blue instead of gray. Let's see, maybe some green. Maybe a little bit of green over that. Yeah. Is this going to be the one that's going to want to clog up on me tonight? There's always one. There's always a glitch for every mission. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, Ox. Hey, Bull. Yeah, I need to do Bull's icon. I've got one of his, real small, real neon. Yeah, I left some questions for Go Ask Bull. Oh, and I'm coming to you guys preloaded tonight, too. I don't do that as often as I used to, that's for sure. Oh, good. It's starting to work a little bit better now, but for how long? There's something stuck in the end here. I don't know. Yeah, I think it'll work good enough for these stencils. Let's see, I wanted to use the bigger one. So. Aha! Now it's going to give me that sort of problem. Oh, green's not. Oh, yeah, that is. That is really wet. Look at all that paint that was on there. Not sure what's going on with my green here. Oh, looks like it's gonna work now. Oh yeah. Good. Nice volume. Sometimes I get frustrated because I can't get the volume I want, but then, because you should be able to get a nice volume of paint and be able to take it down to a fine line if you want to, when your airbrush is working right. Oh yeah, that did great. I liked the way that did. Now what do I want to do? I'll probably turn on the black light and paint a bunch of yellow on here, because the yellow and orange is really what makes it start to glow. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Let me turn on the black light. Uh-oh. I got this thing stuck on here. I think I can move it up here closer. See what that looks like. See if I got it shining on there good. Oh, cool. Oh, I want to do this on a shirt too. This was like the prototype to see if my idea was going to work. I'm trying to come up with an idea that I can kind of be consistent with it. And what I may end up doing is just painting this on a bunch of shirts. I don't know. There's one for Stacy Morgan I like too. This is a cool design I'd like to do on a bunch of shirts. I don't know if it be the wall is the text you want on it. I mean, I'm trying to make that design to where I could just write the text right over the top of the button. Okay, oh, yellow. I'm going to go for the yellow. No, do I want to turn off more lights? Let's see. Oh, I forgot to turn the camera back up. How long has the camera been down? Oh, man. Did you guys miss the whole painting of that? Oh, man. You guys missed that. But I plan on doing that on a t-shirt, too, because what, I'm only like a half hour in, and I've been doing hour shows. Ooh, let's see if I can do this in the dark. I kind of know what I want to do, and it's really dark, too. Let's see. I don't know. Oh. That's probably better than what I had in mind. Because I wasn't really, that's not really what I had in mind. What I had in mind was just making these eyes. Yeah. I should have probably even come through and make more of the skull glow too. Yeah, yeah, and then use this raspberry. Yeah, I think the raspberry on the go. Probably need to turn on the light just to make sure. Yeah, it didn't really show up. You can't really see what's going on there. I think I'll add some light to the lettering. What did I want to do here? Oh yeah, my bubbles. Where are my bubbles? Where are my bubbles? Here are my bubbles. I use my bubbles all the time. I really like them. Oh yeah, I kind of like that. I like that. Just needs a little bit of white. Let's see if I can get enough highlight on the lettering. Use the white, make it look decent. So you can tell that there's letters there. There we go. So, I think I'm ready to make a Glove Jams t-shirt. I think that looks, even in normal light. Let's see what that looks like in normal light. Yeah. I need to sit down for a minute. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Billy's in the stream. I'm liking what you're doing with your city. City on the edge of forever. For sure. Airbrush skyline, background, sky. Yeah, and I'm trying to, so this is kind of what I'm thinking if I can do. If I can do something like that, I can kind of do custom t-shirts. So, and that was, well, a new roll. I'm starting a new roll, man. I got all kinds of stuff all over the place. So, let me pull that off. Put that over here. That's like my inspiration. Keep me inspired. Let's see if I can actually put this on a t-shirt. Getting high doesn't make it even any easier. It makes it seem like I'm being more creative, but I can tell you what, when I'm really high doing this, I get really, really nervous that I'm going to screw it up. And that's probably why, well, no, that's not why, because I've just barely had weed again after a long hiatus, which was a good thing, I do believe. If I can kind of control it so I don't know. Yeah, that stuff got really, really wet. I may need to let it dry a little bit or bring out my heater. I got a little heater here, but I usually used it to like heat up PVC pipe to make swords out of them. Or I could do a big one on here. But what's the main one? Oh yeah, this main one. Oh, and I like this hexagon. This hexagon makes a neat pattern. Maybe I'll use the hexagon and the fish scales on the next one. I don't know if I put any sticking on them, but I've got some thumbtacks around here for this guy. Let's see. Let's see if I got the oomph in me to actually do this, but I kind of want to do, this is on the front. This is on the front. And I definitely want to do the skull. Skull like Brad has in the van. Yeah, so. Let me see. This is still working. So I have it centered. I centered enough. I could just go nuts trying to want to get it perfect, and nothing is ever going to be perfect. I just gotta do it. Just do it. Go for it. And actually, I think what it needs, I need to I'm going to go all out on this one, even if it takes me longer than the show. And I think I'm going to put blunt jams up here, like I did on that other one. Yeah, blunt jams. And then I think I'm actually going to do a bunch of the colored pot leaves in the back. And then bring the whole this whole thing up through it, and probably just cut off a little bit of this where I paint the skull. We'll see. We'll see. I think I want to go all out for this one. And it's on a shirt that I think is too. I think Brad really needs an extra large. Oh, I've got your stuff. Something I wanted to ask you, Stacy, is I've got an idea. I've already done your Hulk shirt and put a cool looking wall on the back, but I got an idea of like doing this as like a maybe on the back of a few T-shirts and sending them to you, so that you can put anything you want on the front. But I want to know what a good lettering for it would be, because what I decided, I finished the I Survived 2020 T-shirts, so I have like a stack of shirts now, but I'm gonna kind of go through a different sort of system of what I'm doing with these, and I think I want to make you a set of ones with that button on it. I think that I like the design of that, with the button and the round and the red bricks and the blue bricks or the purple bricks. I actually am thinking about making a new stencil of bricks, making the bricks smaller. Yeah, it's perfect. Gives me a target on the shirt. And I do have a little bit of overspray, but no big deal. Now I got a target to try and put all my stuff in. And I can, I mean, I've done that. And I'm sure I can make myself a little stencil for the bottom half of this skull. And oh, I got the skull right there. I can just look at the skull I got right there. Oh yeah, and I decided I wanted to write blunt jams up here, so let me do that. Cool. Did it. Cool. I can kind of incorporate the Punisher skull too, and kind of make it into my own. Oh yeah, I'm getting into this for sure. Oh, should I try and outline that stuff? No, I better quit while I'm ahead. That's the thing that I have a tendency to do when I'm doing this sort of stuff. So maybe I should go over it all with yellow first to get it to glowing. I think that's what I will do. Kind of get just a nice glow going to this whole damn thing. Yeah, may as well get the whole skull glowing. Even where the eyes are going. There we go. Now what? Some orange. Orange and yellow is always an awesome combination. Always. Oh good, the orange is working great. Keep it on the inside of that black one. Kind of lighten up the eyes with a little orange. What about a little bit of orange on the... Should I think I'll outline this with orange too. Am I? Or where am I going to go up there? Orange and purple, yeah. There we go. Kind of getting somewhere. Orange not working quite the way I want it to. Now let's see what. Some red maybe? Some hot pink? Go with some hot pink. Where do I want to put this hot pink? There we go. That looks pretty good. How about a little around the top of the head there. Oh, and how about some more outline up here? Why don't we just take that all the way around? There we go. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, I need to put some. Let me start. Where's my pot leaves? Start putting some of these in here. Ooh, it starts getting wet. I can really feel the paint starting to build up on there. Now what color should I go with? Red, maybe some purple. Hey, for Night World, funeral host. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not really showing up too good yet. How about because I don't want to get too dark. Let's see. That was red. This is the raspberry. The raspberry looks really cool on there. Shoot. Let's try this raspberry. Maybe with a bigger leaf. Oh, I'll try it. Oh yeah, that works pretty good. I like that. That works pretty good. And some blue. Let me see if I can get. Always have some trouble with the blue. Some of these colors just work great. I'm not exact. I haven't quite figured out if it's the airbrush or the way I've got the colors mixed. But I really thinned down this blue to try and get it to work like these others, and it just doesn't seem to. Well, maybe I got it. Maybe I finally got it. That's looking pretty decent. Yeah, maybe I finally got it. And this stuff should be thin enough to where the blue goes over the yellow, I get some green. And then some extra purples and stuff like that too. Oh yeah. And let's see. The background. Oh, I know what I decided I wanted to do. I wanted to use some of this. Because this is a really cool pattern. So I'm just going to kind of throw some of this hexagon stuff in the background here. Try not to overdo it. a little bit of it. I saw a video of a guy that like did a like a fly's eye and used this kind of a stencil. But this is neat. Gives it a nice little extra cool little texture that you can add to it. Plus I can like blend this blue into that red I put around the edge too. Now let's see. What happened to that? You better go. Where did I set that other stencil? The one that has like the whole plant. The whole plant would look good on there if I can just figure out how to use that one to get the most oomph out of it. Or I could just put like a couple of big pot leaves in the middle of it. But the green just never comes out looking quite right. Is my crazy little, hey Gomez, welcome to the stream. Yeah, my crazy little soundscape video is still playing. How's the sound been in there? Has it been distracting? Has it been annoying? Can you even hear it? I don't know for sure. But yeah, that's coming out good. But I want to oh, here it is. It's hanging right here next to me. This is what I was looking for. I wanted to see if there's some way I can put this in here so that it looks good. I'm thinking I'm going to have to do it in black. I don't know. I wish my green was good enough, but the green just isn't dark enough. It glows pretty decent. I wonder if yellow probably wouldn't work. Blue. I think what I'm going to try, what I'm going to attempt here, is I'm going to attempt to do it green. Did the green ever get to working good for me? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to do this with green. And if it doesn't look quite right, I'm going to try and offset it and see if I can just throw like a little bit of a shadow in on it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to cover. I mean, because it's transparent, of course. Let's see if I can't just get the plant stencil to look decent. I don't think so. I think I'll offset it a little bit. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get enough paint on here to, because this is transparent paint. Let's see how that looks. You can't hardly tell that that's this plant. So let me see if I can't put this back on there the same, just offset enough to create a sort of shadow. So I have to be careful not to do it too much. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this. I don't want to screw it up. I'm afraid I'm going to screw it up. Just because I'm trying to use a stencil. If I was trying to do it freehand and just kind of go for it, I wouldn't care. It'd be like, I was just trying to do it freehand, so that's no big deal. I just feel like I jinxed myself. Oh, I did say that I could have just painted it all black, so maybe that's what I'll do. I need to offset it the other way, though. Let's see. Offset it enough to where enough of the green will stay. Yeah, but I'm just going to go for this and just do it black. Because this is a store-bought one. The store-bought ones are basically meant to be in a solid color. But sometimes using a stencil takes longer than if I was just trying to draw it. But I wanted this one to be special. I'm going to send this to Brad. I know it's probably too small for him, but maybe he'll hang it on the wall during a blunt jam. And I do think that the idea of using the Grateful Dead skull as the basic element is kind of a neat idea. Let's see how that ended up looking. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I'll probably dink around on it more, probably with some white and stuff, but the white doesn't look so cool in the black light. You know, how long have I been streaming? Am I getting at an hour point? Oh, almost. I got a few more minutes. I want to add some of the red and like bubbles, I think, and yeah, and some bubbles out here around the edges. I think I want to go with hot pink. The hot pink and the blue end up looking pretty good together. And this has been working pretty good for me. And that's basically what I outlined the, yeah. Oh yeah, that looks really good in the, inside the hexagon. And it comes out in a nice volume too. That's cool. I was like saying that today. Dale did a live stream today. If you want to learn how to really do it, this guy has put the time and effort into really learning how to do this. And I'm just farting around with it. But some of the things that I've learned definitely is you gotta learn your brushes and your paint. Because I got a whole bunch of airbrushes here, and even though they're the exact same kind of airbrush, they work differently. It's just because they're kind of finicky. Like this one. This one here is like blowing paint through it really great. I bet if I switched that blue over here to this one, I would be able to blow blue through this one like that. Oh yeah, this is just like so cool. And then it's like, now what I want to do with this, even though it doesn't really work so good in the black light, is going around on some of those little bubbles and stuff and just putting like little dots. And I bet I could like use it here on the yeah, I'm not done with this. I'm done with it on the show for sure. But I want to get like some little fine lines going here. I could probably put some nice little fine lines all over this. Put some nice little highlights here and there. Oh, and of course put my little MC over in the corner. Yeah, this one is going to, this one's going to be going out to Brad here in this next batch of shirts. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see it right here. 55 minutes, 35. I'm looking at the record on my OBS. I can just look down there. I have to go back to a couple of streams. I kind of, oh, look there. There's Baby Yoda out here in here, too. So, yeah. There we go. Oh, and you know what the other side looks like? The other side is what is the, I've got one more. I've got one more medium I Survived 2020 t-shirt. But that's the other side of this one. I Survived 2020. Oh, yeah. Blunt Jams has been good to me. Blunt Jams. Oh, yeah. I gotta get, I'm still not confident with my lettering, but I know people kind of want lettering if I'm actually going to sell some of these. And I hope to actually sell some t-shirts just to pay for the t-shirts and all the materials and stuff. More information coming soon, but I'm just about confident enough to start, well, probably just selling what I've got. I don't know exactly. We'll see. We'll see. I hate to get out, put the cart in front of the horse, you know. But, oh yeah, that look came out pretty damn good, even though the plant is just black. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh yeah. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I'll try and be doing this same time every night, Monday through Friday, Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know. And it's not a guarantee. Life's not a guarantee. We all know that. Life's not a guarantee. So be good to each other. Have fun with art. Have fun with life. Damn, you know, you just doesn't have to be art that you're having fun with. Oh, and I guess I could switch over here so you can see my face. My smiling face. Oh, I've done it on that before. I'm ready to go to t-shirts. I have a stack. I have like I've got a whole bunch of t-shirts. I'm fixing to be doing a lot of t-shirts. Paper towels are great to get started on and to practice on, to get your confidence up, uh, and to help me keep what I'm doing contained. I need to like work in a certain area. But today, when I was heat setting shirts, I discovered today that doing the whole thing is no big deal because what I'm doing now is like I heat set the biggest part of it, and then I just kind of fold it over and over itself again to where any part that has been hanging out over the sides is now underneath it, and then I just press it again. So I basically just press them twice, and that way the whole thing is like heat set and I don't have to worry about them fading. I used to get that. Well, I'll tell you what I used to get. I used to get end rolls from newspapers. Because the newspapers, you know how they have these big rolls of newsprint that they print the newspapers on. These humongously giant rolls of paper. Whereas they never run them until you run out of paper, because if you get it that far, there's a chance that somehow or another it'll like get messed up and bind up the work. So when it's getting close to being to an end, they stop the presses and they change rolls, and what's left over is called an end roll. And I used to get end rolls, and I could get end rolls. I think I got end rolls for zero, just for nothing, because I just knew people that worked at the. It was just a little tiny newspaper in Silver City, so I used to get end rolls and work on those. That was awesome. It was really awesome. So, oh yeah, everybody have a great evening. And if I sent something to you and you actually got it, let me know because I have an idea that just a couple of panels of these paper towels. If I can put them in an envelope and send them off like I did with my cards. Now I don't know exactly what you can do with them, but I know there's a few of them that I think I'm going to use as like samples of what my work is. And probably what I'm going to do is just use this adhesive and just stick it down onto a piece of bristle board or something and maybe put a piece of plastic over it. I don't know. I mean, it's been great practice. If you ever get an airbrush, paper towels are perfect to practice on. If you're going to do t-shirts, if you want to do the real thing, just go ahead and start painting on paper because the paper doesn't suck it up as much. Paper isn't as forgiving as a paper towel. uh, there we go. I'm off babbling again. So let me just get ready over here where I can say goodbye while you guys get to listen to the fart song. Oh yeah, yeah.